All right, let's get into a story that starts out as a pretty standard, if tragic, maritime mystery. But then it takes a hard left turn into something else entirely. We're talking about a ship that literally vanished off the face of the planet only to start sending messages back from wherever it went. This is the story of the SS Cotopaxi.
So, picture this. It's 1924. A big steam-powered cargo ship, the SS Cotopaxi, leaves Charleston and it's on its way to Cuba. Totally routine trip. But just 2 days out, poof, it's gone. No distress calls, no wreckage, not a single piece of debris. A huge naval search is launched and they find absolutely nothing. The ship, its crew, it's like they just sailed off the edge of the world. With zero leads, what could the authorities do? They had no choice. They closed the case, and the SS Cotopaxi was officially declared lost at sea. A tragedy, for sure, but, these things happened. And that, for all intents and purposes, should have been the end of the story.
But it wasn't. Not by a long shot. Because almost exactly 2 years to the day, something started happening that was just, well, it was bizarre and frankly pretty chilling.
Radio operators in the Caribbean started picking up this really weak, choppy signal. It was encrypted, and most of it was just static. But a few words kept coming through, over and over. Cold. Darkness. We are all trapped. I mean, can you imagine hearing that coming out of the ether? Just a terrifying, ghostly message from nowhere?
And here's where it gets truly wild. Investigators managed to analyze that signal, and what they found was just unbelievable. The signal had a unique electronic signature, kind of like a fingerprint. And it was a perfect 100% match for the radio that was on board the SS Cotopaxi. So you have to ask, how? How is that even possible? How can a ship that supposedly sank 2 years ago suddenly start broadcasting a radio signal? How can a crew that was declared dead be sending messages about being trapped in the dark? This is the exact moment the story leaves the realm of fact and just launches itself straight into legend. Yeah, with no logical way to explain it, people started to fill in the blanks themselves. And the stories that grew around the Cotopaxi became some of the most famous sea legends of the entire century. For years, sailors in that part of the ocean reported all kinds of strange things. Some would talk about this eerie, ghostly light that would just appear in a thick fog and then vanish. Others swore they saw the complete outline of a spectral ship that would fade away if he tried to get closer. Decades down the line, of course, the whole thing gets wrapped up in the Bermuda Triangle mythos. And the most popular theory? That the ship didn't sink at all. It was pulled into another dimension, or somehow knocked outside of time. And for 90 years, that's all it was. A ghost story. A legend passed down from one sailor to another. A complete mystery with absolutely no resolution. Then, in 2015, the story took a completely modern twist. News reports started flying around the internet. They were talking about an old, rusty, unmanned ship that was found just drifting off the coast of Cuba. And the name they said was on the side? Well, it sent a shockwave across the web. According to these stories, the ship was the SS Cotopaxi, and the details just made the mystery deeper. The ship was totally empty. No crew, no bodies, not even a captain's log to explain where it had been for almost 100 years. The story was incredible. I mean, it was the perfect ending to a legend, right? A real-life ghost ship returning from nothingness, its secrets still totally intact. But the truth of this particular story turned out to be a mystery of a very different kind.
So it turns out the whole 2015 reappearance, yeah, that was a hoax. A viral story that got out of control. But it brings up a much more interesting question, doesn't it? In this day and age, with all the information we have, why are we still so completely captivated by these old sea legends? What is it about us that makes us so ready, almost eager, to believe that a ship lost to time could actually find its way home?